Hello losers, I'm Coral. Welcome to my channel. If you're joining me for the first time, I like to read things that are scary and strange. So if you're into that, welcome to the party. Today I'm here with the books that I'm hoping to read in December. Right now I only have, after this week I have 1 week of school left, and actually one of my finals I could take this week already, and it's going to be super easy. We went over it already, kind of, or like, I know what's going to be on it. If you've been paying attention in the class, I should be fine, and I have, and so I will be. My other class has an optional paper, and like, I'm not gonna do that because there is no reason for me to do that. So I really only have like one big final I need to study for, and that's it, and I'm so excited. So I'll be done and hopefully have some like much more reading time than I have in the past couple months. So I'm really looking forward to that. I've got a couple cold weather reads picked out. I've got a nonfiction book I've been working on, some few other things in here that I just would really like to get to. And I don't think I'm going to do a TBR jar pick, but I am going to do my last pick for read a book that I've owned for the longest on a shelf. It's my last one, and I still don't know what to call it. I'm also going to be participating in Holiday Hell, which is an event that Kelsey at Slime and Slashers started for the first time last year. It was a lot of fun. Last year I really tailored what I read towards that. This year I'm not going to do that so much, but the way that she has it set up is basically anything that you read will fit into like the prompts that she's picked, and it's really fun because it's like you have two lists. One of them is like Krampus activities. One is Santa activities, and you go through what you've read or what you've watched or what kind of activities you've done, and you tick off the prompts on each list. And there are different prompts, right? So you look at your item, your activity, your movie, your book, and if you have more Krampus points, that counts as a Krampus read or activity or film. If you have more Santa points, that is a Santa thing. But if they're equal, it is a mischievous little elf point. And at the end, you add up your totals, if I'm remembering right, and then that's like what team you're on. So you can purposely tailor your activities to a specific thing. So you could do more Krampus activities, you could do more Santa activities if you want to choose your team. I just kind of marked down what I read and was on the team that I was on at the end of the month. So it was a lot of fun though, and I'm looking forward to doing that again. I'll leave the details to all of Kelsey's stuff in the description of my video if you're interested in checking that out. It is a lot of fun. But now on to what I am planning to read this month of December. Starting with this holdover from last month. This is The Nazi Doctors by Robert J. Lifton, and this has been a really tough read because of the subject matter and the parallels to what we're seeing today, and the fact that it's dense, but it is really interesting. I've marked a lot of stuff so far, like things that, honestly, it's not like fun fact, it's more like, oh my god, I cannot believe that this happened, and why is it so similar to some things that are happening now? It's troubling. I'm also trying to finish up the Indian Lake trilogy by Stephen Graham Jones. So this is the final book. This is called The Angel of Indian Lake. In the first book, My Heart is a Chainsaw, we're following a teenager named Jade Daniels who has a tough home life. She watches slasher movies obsessively as a coping mechanism, and she's the first one to think that possibly there is a slasher killer in the small Idaho town she lives in. And of course everyone's like, whatever, you freak, you're watching too many scary movies. But she might not be wrong. So left that book. I think I liked the second even more. It was like just it's because you have history with these characters, I feel like it made everything deeper and more emotional and more interesting. So I really am excited for what the third one has to offer. Then I'm trying to pick up Darkly by Marisha Pessl this month. This is her most recent book, I think. This is about a teenage girl who designed this game that people are like, they're really excited about. And she gets asked to intern at this like real life game design place. They're working on this game called Darkly, and things get dark, I suppose. It sounds really cool. I love books that, like thriller and horror books that incorporate elements of technology in them, whether it's like cell phones, social media, video games. It's all really fun to me, so I can't wait to read that one. Then, one of Adam Neville's books I've been meaning to pick up. This one is All the Fiends of Hell, and this is a book where like an apocalypse is happening. Sorry, I got interrupted. I had to sign for a package, but this is, where was I? It's apocalyptic setting. We're following different people as they're like trying to escape the area that they're in. It says it's an alien horror novel, and that makes me so excited. I almost can't even tell you how excited it is. And the fact that like it says it's that, and it's not used as a plot device, like a reveal, because there's a book that I read this year that had that in it, and I can't tell you all about it because I think it would be a spoiler for the book, but it was so good. And like I never read good alien books that are scary and stuff like that, so it was kind of a bummer that I can't tell you about that. But this one I will be able to talk to you about the alien things that I like, because it says it's an alien horror story. Now on to the more winter related books that I'd like to pick up this year. I love winter horror. I love it. It holds a special place in my heart, along with books that are like clearly summer horror books too. And by that I mean like it doesn't just take place during that time of the year, but the story is also influenced by it. And I love that with winter horror too. Are we trapped? Is there a blizzard? Is it freezing cold? I want to know about it. So first I'm picking up Krampus by Brom. This is a book I've had for quite some time. I don't even really know what this is about. So this is about a man who sees Santa and then also sees the Yule Lord, Krampus. It says, Santa's time is running short, for the Yule Lord is determined to have his retribution and reclaim Yuletide. So I don't really know what that entails, but it sounds interesting. Brom, of course, is really well known for his stuff because I've heard he has great stories, but also he does the artwork in these stories. So that'll be really interesting and fun to look at. I'm also hoping to pick up Candy Cane Kills by Brian McCauley. This is a short one. I feel like I can just knock it right out. It's about a slasher killer named Candy Cane. And I read another book that Brian McCauley put out this year called Breathe In, Bleed Out, and I really liked it, especially for a slasher, because sometimes those just aren't all that interesting to me, but I really liked Breathe In, Bleed Out, and since this is a winter story with a slasher killer by Brian McCauley, I'm really excited to read it. I just hear that this is good anyway. I know that there's a second one, so if I like that, I'll have to buy the second one and read it. Finally, my final pick is This Is Where We Talk Things Out by Caitlin Marceau. And this is about a family who decides to go, it's like a mother-daughter vacation, but it seems like they're doing this after some like sad family stuff. So I'm anticipating that this is emotional. I'm anticipating that maybe they're stuck where they're vacationing. It looks like a cabin. Looking forward to that. And now I will roll a dice. I don't remember what shelf I picked What is the last one I read? I feel like it was a nonfiction, maybe. Is that right? Let me consult the ancient text. That's right, it was a Brian Cain book. So that would have been here. So this is our starting point after I roll my dice. I have my 8-sided die and nowhere to roll it. Got a 5-er. Okay, so let's see. If I started here, went down here. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh no, it's a fantasy shelf. I have to grab my TBR journal because that has more info than I can store in my noodle. Man, this sucks. This sucks, but I did it to myself. And the thing is that the book that I've owned for the longest on this shelf actually is the beginning of a series. Oh, I'm so bad about reading series. Why do I continue to buy them? This was when before I realized that a lot of series these days aren't interesting enough for me to continue on with. So I actually have 3 books in this series sitting on my shelf. And the first one is called Truth Witch. This is by Susan Dennard. This is a fantasy novel. It says, in the Witchlands, there are many types of magic. And let's see. One of the main characters is a truth witch, so she can discern the truth. And the other is a thread witch that can see invisible ties that bind and entangle the lives around her. So that sounds interesting. A war is coming, of course. Of course it is. And so I guess I will see where this takes me. Give me some good luck vibes. Let me know if you've read that. It's been out for quite some time now. If I bought that in like 2016-ish, makes it 10 years old at least. Ugh, sickening. It's sickening that 2016 is just about 10 years from now. Oh my god. Oh. Alright, so that's what I have planned for this month. Of course, I'd love to know if you have anything fun planned for yourself. Are you going to join in holiday hell? It's fun, it's low-key. Like I said, it's easily customizable. You can mood read, you can plan, watch Kelsey's stuff on her channel. I'll leave a link, like I said. But that's it for me today. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you later. Goodbye.